What's good, people? It is your boy Jay the actor, aka Mr. J Weeks ENT himself, here with another episode of Monologue Monday, where we take the time to dive just a little bit deeper into the various components of a monologue. Today's topic is operative words. Operative words? Yes, operative words. What do I mean by that? Operative word is the most important word in a phrase or sentence, the one that carries the most weight or emphasis, helping the audience understand the true meaning or tone of a line. So, right here, I have an example of operative word, right? We're going to take a sentence. I walked to the store. I walked to the store. If I was taking I as my operative word, it sounds like the story, my sentence is about the person who's telling the story when he says I. So that's important. Let's switch it to another operative word. I walked to the store. Sounds like the sentence is more important about your method of transportation, you walking somewhere. I walked to the store. Sounds like it's more about where you walk to. So again, I walked to the store. Depending on which word is your operative word, whether it's I, whether it's walked, or whether it's store, could change the meaning of your sentence. And that just shows you just in that simple sentence of the difference of picking one word over another and the significance behind that within, your delivery of how it's going to be received. So last week we worked on this same monologue, the fact checker. We did the part here done in yellow. It's highlighted in yellow, but we're going to do the second paragraph here. So just to bring you up on speed, monologue is about this guy who comes back on this, last minute flight to go back to his best friend's girlfriend's house because they had a crazy, like, sound like a one night stand or something, and they had this crazy night, but he's trying to convince himself like, hey, this is not how it's supposed to go. And so here we are picking up from that point. So since we're talking about operative word, we're going to just take the second paragraph and do the same exercise that I just did when I walked to the store. So let's take this off being highlighted. So we're going to read it the first time straight through. And then the second time, we're going to go through and do the exercise of just highlighting maybe words that we would deem as being, operative words. So what am I doing here, Brittany? I'm not passionate. I'm a fact checker for Christ's sake. And the fact of me being here doesn't check out. It's nuts. Soulmates, I don't believe in them. Never have. So how can I be yours? The fact is, you hardly know me, and I hardly know you. Okay, so we're going to highlight some operative words. So here we go. So what am I doing here, Brittany? So what am I doing here, Brittany? All right. So what am I? Maybe I. I sounds like it's pretty important, right? What am I doing here? Location. What am I doing here? So what am I doing here? What what sound like it's pretty significant. Um, I'm not passionate. Not. I'm not passionate. I'm a fact checker for Christ's sake. Fact checker as our operative word. We're gonna do here. And the fact of me being here doesn't check out. We see here again. And the fact of me being here, fact, me, and here. Being here doesn't check out. Sounds like it's also significant as well. So we're going to do does it? It's nuts. Nuts also sounds like something that's pretty significant. Soulmates also sounds pretty significant as an operative word. So we're going to do soulmates. I don't believe in them. I don't believe in them. I don't. I don't believe in them. Yep. Let's go. Don't. Never have. Never. never have. Okay. So how can I be yours? So how can I be yours? Yep. Let's do how. Let's do I. And let's do yours. Right? Yours, right? Sounds pretty significant or important. We got that word again. The fact is, you hardly know me and I hardly know you. So, fact again to me sounds significant. The fact is, you hardly know me. So, you hardly know me, hardly know me. I hardly know you. Hardly know you. Actually, that all, I hardly know you. Yeah, hardly know you. I hardly know you. You hardly know me. Sounds pretty significant. So, we're just going to just go with those. So now that we've highlighted as an example, we're going to read it with our operative words highlighted. So, what am I doing here, Brittany? I'm not passionate. I'm a fact checker, for Christ's sake. And the fact of me being here doesn't check out. It's nuts. Soulmates? I don't believe in them. Never have. So, how can I be yours? Oh, forgot yours. How could I be yours? The fact is, you hardly know me, and I hardly know you. So, hardly know you, how, I, yours, fact, soulmates, nuts, doesn't, hear, me, fact, what, I, hear, not, fact checker. So, these are all examples of me just picking out what the operative word is. Now, by all means, this is not the end all be all. Like this is not my final thing. Should not be your final, operative words when you highlighting things. This should not be the first time you go through it. Should not finalize everything. You should do this multiple times because again, depending on which word you highlight, it can change the meaning of the sentence and can change your delivery. So I implore you to make sure that you do this multiple times to find out what works best. What words make your sentence, go through, what makes your message come through. What we don't want is for you to just highlight stuff and just overemphasize, over articulate just for the sake of, oh, it says emphasis. So I'm just going to say this. So I'm going to say, what am I doing here? We don't want you to get into the gimmick of just trying to do it too much. But the purpose of finding the operative words is really just about what word is significant, what word sticks out to me, what word is important, what word do I want to hit? Because you picking that word can help someone to understand your delivery or what the intent behind what the actor is doing. Because again, as an actor, you are the narrator of the story. So, in order for your audience to understand what you're trying to convey, you have to understand the words. Remember the power words last week of knowing how and what to say. But now we want to pick what words are we going to use to make sure they stand out. And that's what we're going to, that's what we kind of went over today of just the operative words. So, once you take the time to highlight those operative words, read it, read it through, see if it makes sense. And if it does, then now you know that you're on to something. Now you can continue to work on that and do that with each sentence. And as you do that, you'll see that it starts to come to life, which is what you want. And now you'll be able to get across the message that you're trying to get. So, hopefully you got something from this or learned something. If you didn't, just come back next week. We'll try it all over again and make sure that you get something. But I definitely appreciate you for taking the time to watch these videos. And like I said, we definitely want to make sure that at some point that you get something from it. But I thank you for your time. And we will definitely catch y'all next week for another episode of Monologue Monday.